three kings of Orient are, bearing gifts by travels afar, field and fountain, moor and mountain. It's almost February. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking. Three Kings Day. It's Christmas, but for Spanish people. Okay, there's actually a little bit more history to that. Three Kings Day, of course, takes place on January the 6th, and that happens to be the day that Spanish kids and adults receive presents, rather than on Christmas itself. So, naturally, a few years ago, I made a video just going over stuff that I got for Reyes, aka Three Kings Day. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do it again this year, because I got some very interesting presents, or I was going to. And then, eventually, one of them was on back order, so I couldn't do this video until a few days ago, but by which point I was then away from the presents, meaning I couldn't show them in the video. So, without further ado, here is What I Got For Reyes 2. So, I've kept everything pretty much in the bag. I did check to see what things actually were first. Don't think you need to see the briefs that I have been given. I can just leave those. Everything else, I'll show you. So, naturally, because it's the equivalent of Christmas, there is some chocolate here, which I've just realised has been out in the open for about a month now. Oh, no, don't worry. It expires on October 22nd, which means I'm still okay to consume this. Don't you worry. Then, of course, there's a chocolate orange, which is, weird enough, a staple more so of the UK rather than Spain. But, you know, there you go. I also got some bathed Oreo, whatever they're called, bañados, which I used to have a lot in Spain, just because it connects to me and my nostalgia of Spain rather than Spain itself. But yeah, as far as chocolate oranges go, it's weird because we actually used to host exchange students here at one point, and one of them actually commented about chocolate oranges. They were from Valencia, and that's where a lot of oranges are actually grown in Spain itself, but yet never had a chocolate orange. And they've, managed to give them a new obsession. So there you go. Some people, of course, just get plain old money for their Christmas presents. Don't worry, I also got some money, except the difference is, I can eat it. That's some more chocolate, you get the idea. Then, of course, there was this, which I actually did show off. I played this game in another stream, actually. This is the Harry Potter The Ultimate Movie Quiz. So, it is to do with all of the different questions you could have with the films. So, what you have is you have 8 sets of cards and a spinner in here. You spin this, and whichever film it lands on, you get asked a question. And you take one of the cards, say they got from this one, from Prisoner of Azkaban. It's got, hold on, let the camera focus for a second. That is not going to work out, is it? Basically, there were 4 questions on here. It's out of focus, and now my face is in darkness for some reason. That was weird. Anyway, so yeah, say like, oh, where is the Shrieking Shack located? And the answer is Hogsmeade. That's an answer from both the books and the movies, but there are some film-specific things in here. So for any book nerds like myself, there's an extra level of challenge in remembering what stuff they changed for the films versus what's in the books. But then again, a lot of people have only seen the films, so it's perfect for them. That's why I premiered it with people who are very clearly film fans and not book fans, let's just say. You're also supposed to time yourself with this. You're supposed to have 1 minute to play this game, or well, to answer each question, and you win if you actually get a section from all 8 cards, and in like 8 different types of cards. So if you have answer a question right from each movie, you win. Naturally, you gotta have a good old book. This is Heroes by Stephen Fry, and if people remember, I do actually have Mythos by Stephen Fry in here, but I think I'm using that currently to hold up my computer. Basically, people don't know, since I'm a tall person, what I do when I record on my desk or when I stream or anything is I have a whole stack of books to prop my computer up a bit more so I can actually see, what I'm doing. It makes sense. All right then. Josiah, I'm sorry, but
this is the first book I grabbed, so I'm going to quickly just... Okay, alright, I think we're good. So, yeah, Mythos by Stephen Fry is the book that I have had for years now. I think I got this as a Christmas present, actual Christmas, not Reyes, in 2018. And this is one of the things that kickstarted my obsession with Greek mythology, which of course persisted for the few months afterwards. So from December 2018, I read this book pretty much in its entirety, finished it in January 2019, then had an end-of-year play sort of thing in February of 2019, I think. Was that when we performed and I was Kronos? It might have been slightly later, actually. But either way, in March 2019, of course, is when the first musical episode came out, and in April 2019, Mrs. Dysart's first English lesson was indeed relating to Greek mythology, and that's been her thing ever since. So blame Stephen Fry and this book series for that. But then, while that was going on, the book Heroes came out, I think right towards the end of me being at the drama school that I was at, when the play went down, and the guy who played Zeus in that one actually said, I'm so excited to get Heroes, and that was the next one in the series, but I never actually did. And I just remembered, I should actually put that on my Reyes list for this year, and so I finally did, and here it is. So far, it's living up to hype before. Unfortunately, right now I'm sort of in like the middle of a massive Harry Potter reread for several reasons, but I think I'm making good progress. It's definitely not the rapid fire progression that I made through Mythos, but that's by no means that it's a lesser book. Would highly recommend. Every time I do a Reyes video, it becomes one sort of book review. Last time it was the musical version of Los Futbolísimos, which I had far more negative things to say about, basically because it was actually not that good, and this book is. So there you go. Go ahead and get it for yourself if you want. Actually, in fact, you know what? I have an Amazon affiliate link. Why am I not doing something with this? Get this book on Amazon. Click the link that I'm going to put in the description. I'm going to have a link somewhere. Go ahead. And this one too. Why not? I actually need to remember to, sell out a bit every now and then. There you go. That's it. Link in the description. Okay. Despite how much I like that book, and the history I have with Stephen Fry's books in the first place, which, by the way, I'm sure is an audio version. People are on the fence for that. But stop. We're moving on. I did, in fact, save the possibly best for last. I say best because I just think it's hilarious that I got this as a gift in the first place. And I'm obviously going to enjoy it, and I've been waiting to enjoy it ever since. So, here you go. This is... It's this jar. If you're wondering what's in this jar, from this angle, you just can't tell anything. I haven't removed the labels. All the labels are on here. The label itself is Pitted Black Olives by Sainsbury's. It's got the Spanish flag underneath here as well. I'm not sponsored by Sainsbury's, but I just love the fact that because while I was in Spain, olives were a huge thing that I really liked, especially black olives. What I love especially about this jar is the fact that unless you tilt it at the moment, you can't even see the olives that are inside it. You can just see the juice. That's completely engulfing it in darkness, and I love that. I've got to take a picture of this before I start consuming any of these, just so I can actually use this as like a prop somewhere of something. I might try and save as much olive juice in this as possible, just in case I need, for a video or something, I had to take, like, a vial of disgusting medicine, or, some sort of, evil potion or whatever. I don't know. I'm not sure yet, but I'm more fascinated weirdly by the jar that it came in rather than the contents that are inside, and I love the contents inside in general anyway, which is why it was a gift in the first place. So, yeah, there you go. That was my What I Got For Reyes video number 2. Wait, what am I doing? I'm not doing the outro yet. I forgot one essential gift. I said at the beginning of this video that I didn't do this thing at the beginning. This What I Got For Reyes, near to the time, because I was still waiting on one gift, which was on back order. And the thing is that you have actually indeed been experiencing this gift all the way through this video, because it's the first video other than a couple of streams that I have recorded with a Logitech webcam. And that is the webcam. I've still got the plastic on it. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to take that off or not. I looked at the instructions, which I still have, but it doesn't say anything about whether or not I'm supposed to take that off, so I just left it for now. And it looks like, from what I'm seeing so far, it's actually doing well, because for once you can see the few zits I still have like here in a video, which means that the quality is pretty good. So I'm very happy with that. Okay, back to the normal outro. What I was saying before, I'm not trying to show off all the fancy gifts apart from the one actual fancy gift, just to, show off, or dare I use the word, flex on people. Blech. Blech. No. It's mainly just, because a lot of this stuff isn't particularly fancy at all, to be honest. There's bits of chocolate which you get for like every holiday. But in the middle of that, there's also a book that I really like, a game that I've already played twice and thoroughly enjoyed, both as a contestant and as a host. And there's also just a jar of liquid death, it seems, that also contains one of my favorite foods of all time. So yeah, it's just stuff like that. It's the stuff that personally makes me happy, which I guess if you want to tap on some sort of moral to whatever bizarreness this is, it sometimes can just be the smallest things that make someone smile. I've been smiling this whole video. I've really been looking forward to recording this for literally a month to show all this stuff off. And now I can actually start eating the chocolate that's been sitting out for a while. So if I'm off sick for a few days, that's why. So next time you're thinking of you're stressing out over a gift for somebody or something, just remember it's all about the person themselves. Because that's really, they do say it's the thought that counts, and I'm tempted to agree. Speaking of thoughtful actions, please consider, being thoughtful once again by leaving a like or dislike, because your opinion matters, and subscribing if you've not done so already. And on that note, until next time, farewell.